a chilling horror story. In the heart of a dense, ancient forest, there was a place where the wind seemed to carry secrets. Locals called it the Whispering Wind, a name that had been passed down through generations. It was said that the forest was haunted by the spirits of those who had ventured too deep and never returned. The wind, they claimed, was the voices of the lost, forever trapped in the labyrinth of trees. It was a cold, moonless night when Emily and her friends decided to explore the forest. They were all in their early 20s, full of curiosity and a thirst for adventure. Emily had always been fascinated by ghost stories and urban legends, and the Whispering Wind was the perfect place to satisfy her curiosity. Her friends, though skeptical, were excited by the thrill of the unknown as they entered the forest. The air grew thick and heavy, as if the trees themselves were holding their breath. The wind picked up, rustling the leaves in a way that sounded almost like whispers. Emily shivered, but she couldn't tell if it was from the cold or the eerie atmosphere. They walked deeper into the forest, the path becoming less and less visible. The trees grew closer together, their branches intertwining like skeletal fingers. The wind continued to howl, and Emily could have sworn she heard faint voices calling out to her. She dismissed it as her imagination, but the feeling of being watched grew stronger with each step. Suddenly, Emily's flashlight flickered and died. She cursed under her breath and tried to restart it, but it was no use. Her friend's flashlight soon followed suit, plunging them into complete darkness. Panic began to set in, but Emily tried to stay calm. She took out her phone to use its flashlight, but the battery was dead. It was as if the forest had drained all their sources of light. The wind grew louder, and Emily could hear distinct whispers now. They were soft and barely audible, but she could make out words like lost and alone. Her friends huddled together, their faces pale with fear. Emily tried to reassure them, but her voice trembled as she spoke. "We need to find our way back," she said, her eyes scanning the darkness. "Let's stick together and follow the sound of the wind. It might lead us out." But the wind seemed to be playing tricks on them. It blew in different directions, and the whispers grew louder and more insistent. Emily could feel a cold hand on her shoulder, but when she turned around, there was no one there. She heard laughter, high-pitched and maniacal, echoing through the trees. Her friends clung to each other, their fear palpable. Then, without warning, the wind stopped. The forest fell into an unnatural silence, and Emily's heart pounded in her chest. She could feel the presence of something or someone behind her. She turned slowly.